So, McKenzi, now you know how, you remember me, right? When I was in your face and yelling and screaming at you and telling you you need to do this or you'll regret it later. And I know you probably didn't like me very much at that time, did you? No, she didn't like her dad at all. So the first question here, what do you remember thinking when you were standing there waiting for everyone else to jump?
I remember thinking that it would be my luck for the harness to break over the hole we were going over despite all the others holding up. I just kept imagining me falling down to the pit and never, like, if I survived, I'd be, like, lost walking around the woods.
And, well, you kind of answered that. What kind of doubt, what were you scared of? You kind of mentioned that, but what doubts, why the doubts? You saw all of us go. You saw all 12 of us go, and we all landed safely. Why did you still doubt, even after you saw all of us, besides falling into the crevice and dying and possibly getting lost in the woods?
I'm not sure. It was just, basically I didn't trust the guides or the equipment to, like, hold me and, like, get me across to the other side, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to add a question. So was it any, well, I'll get to that question. So what did your guide, this is what I wanted to know. You know, because we were all went, and you were the last one there, and the guide was standing there with you. And what did the guide say? The guide say that finally convinced you to get in the harness and jump.
I think he said something on, like, you don't have to do this, but the same thing you said and you regret if you did. I don't really remember what he said. I mostly remember you telling me. So I think it was my own thinking that got me in the harness.
Okay, good. Well, so why did you finally get in? I mean, you said, hey, he told you didn't have to do it. Why did you finally agree to get in the harness and jump?
I saw everyone on the other side, and, like, I don't know if I felt left out, but I think I wanted to do it so that I could have the experience that you guys had.
Okay. And, okay, now, what do you remember feeling after you landed on the next platform?
I remember feeling exhilarated, excited, and relieved. I remember closing my eyes and feeling like I was flying when I did the first one. It was one of the most freeing experiences I had, so I was really excited for the next one.
Cool, that's awesome. Now, did your doubts disappear after you landed, and why did they? If they did disappear or didn't disappear, why or not?
They did disappear because instead of being afraid, I wanted to embrace the uncertainty with confidence. Later on, when I reflected on this moment, I know this allowed me to take a step in my faith. After this, I was no longer afraid of doing new things because God is my guide and provides the equipment. If he wants me to fall, he'll be there to pick me up afterwards. Do
you want to preach the rest of the sermon? That's pretty good. Wow, holy cow. Well, the ultimate question is, would you do it again?
Yeah.
You would do it again? Now I'm going to ask a couple questions that not on your thing there. When you were experiencing doubt, when you were standing on that platform and you were experiencing doubt, and again, I'm going to repeat some things. You saw all of us go. What made you think, and I think you kind of answered it already, but what made you think that that thing was no longer going to break and that you could actually trust that equipment and trust what the guide and I was telling you? It's a tough question, but you've kind of answered it. So if you just kind of
I think I decided that if something happened, it was going to happen, and that I should do it because it's an opportunity, and my grandparents had provided it for me.
So when you're standing there and your heart's beating rapidly fast, why'd you jump?
Well, the guy kind of pushed me off.
Oh, did he? Isn't that awesome? The guide pushed her off. That is so awesome. Sometimes when we have our doubts, you got to have someone to push you, don't you? Hey, thank you for McKenzi. Thanks, McKenzi, for doing that.